water.
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker.
You could just give it some water. No. Murder is more important than a little bit of water. What's going on, everybody? This is Ballad here. Today, we're going to be playing some more triangle strategy. I am very thankful because at the start of this episode, we don't have a billion freaking side stories and crap to watch. We just have our main story cutscene and our side story for Roland. So let's go take a look at our side story for Roland. Roland reminisces during a training session with Sarah Noah.
You've gotten better, my friend. Much better. Only because I've had you to train with. And how far behind would I be without Sir Maxwell's tutelage? The Dawn Spear himself is my personal mentor, and still you're all but my equal. It's been a while since we last sparred. It takes time to adapt to a new opponent.
Really aren't...
Perhaps
Isn't
so.
everybody a new opponent? Unless you're just sparring against the same person over and over?
Anyhow, I always enjoy our skirmishes. No better way to clear my head after another quarrel with father.
Oh, now he's depressed because he thought about his dead dad.
Must all three nations be part of this mining venture? I've yet to hear a convincing argument as to why.
You do not hear because you do not listen.
Hyzante offers nothing but a sliver of their vast riches. Something we could easily do without. I understand the advantage of involving Aesfrost. Their expertise speeds things along immeasurably. But Hyzante? Have you at least demanded they lower the taxes on salt?
Yeah, that way we can sprinkle it on our wound.
Such a change would be welcomed by our subjects and enrich their daily lives. We cannot concede everything while gaining naught in return. Surely you see this, Father.
It has been decided, and I will hear no more. You presume upon matters you do not comprehend.
AKA, I'm not willing to admit that you're right.
But Father, I'm just...
Now, Roland, if there is nothing else, pray leave me be. I have more important matters to attend to.
Yes, Father. If only I had found the right words. If only I had kept my emotions in check. Perhaps things would have ended differently.
Nah, I'm pretty sure your dad was set in stone on including everybody. And either way, you said Aesfrost was good to go, and Aesfrost is the one who fucked us over, so your words would not have actually mattered, Roland. Yeah, we were useless.
Blaming yourself for past mistakes will lead you nowhere. You must look forward for the opportunities ahead.
Of course. And I trust you'll be at my side come that time.
Just as House Wolffort stands with the crown, I stand with you.
With the exception that there is no more crown.
I am fortunate to have as loyal a friend as you.
As am I. Enough sentimentality. Raise your spear so I can knock it down.
You're welcome to try, my friend.
Oh, how sweet. They give each other shit while they're being friends. Alright, the main story. Sarah Noah and the others speak of Cordelia's accession as the Queen of Glenbrook.
Prince Roland, have you heard about the address at the capital?
I have.
I won't forgive them for making Her Highness say such horrible things.
Wait, how did Roland figure out? He's supposed to be dead. I'd imagine you should probably hide from even our own townsfolk because, they're probably a little bit susceptible to being captured and or tortured for that information.
Enough, Hewitt.
But they lied about the king's death. They made it seem like Gustave was justified.
Say no more. If Cordelia can endure this, so can we. And as long as she lives, that is enough for me.
Forgive me, Your Highness.
We all understand how you feel, Prince Roland.
No, I apologize. I lost control.
You were right.
Thinking about it will do us no good. We must rise to action.
Time to murder Gustave?
Indeed we must. Everyone knows of your death now. That means we are free to make our next move.
Listen, my friends. Prince Roland of Glenbrook is dead.
No, I didn't get to stop it on time, but what Benedict's saying, we're free to make our next move now that everybody thinks that Roland's dead. Is there just not going to be any sort of repercussions to us completely fighting against the other household, Telior? You know, not listening to anything that Aesfrost had to say. Hyzante's been trying to help us. Like, are we just Roland's dead and now everybody just forgot about us? Wow, I kind of feel a little humbled. Ugh.
I am now merely Roland, a warrior who fled a fallen kingdom. I humbly ask for your support until the sun shines upon our royal line once again.
Is that Sir Maxwell's?
That mask. You look just like Sir Maxwell.
Yeah, it's a mask. It covers the
This
face.
is a secret that shall stay within House Wolffort.
Master, grant me the strength to free our home from Aesfrost's clutches.
He didn't have the strength to do it himself.
How is he doing?
Better than before. He groans in pain from time to time, though.
I see. I wish I could tell Father about our situation now, but...
Lord Serenoa, if your father were awake...
It would kill him to hear what's going on.
I am certain he would praise you for safeguarding Wolffort.
Sad to say, the real trouble's only just beginning. I'll be damned if House Ende's protection comes for free. No doubt the longer we stay, the steeper the price.
Precisely. Minister Sorsley is not an altruistic soul.
If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
I would squeeze us dry, then look for an opportunity to.
But we won't let that happen.
Of course not. Anna is already on the move. It is our duty to protect and guide this house.
This heart ain't changed since the day Lord Simon took me in, lad. I'm ready to put my life on the line for this house. We'll get past this, one way or another. You'll see.
Thank you so much. Both of you.
Oh, god damn it. I jinxed myself with all the side stories. Okay, we'll start from left to right. At Twinsgate, the death of an ardent youth changes the fate of one man.
Lord Svarog, the body of Lord Dragan is... So my son has finally returned home.
Oh, that happened so long ago, I forgot about Dragan.
Is something the matter?
I think it better not to look, my lord.
And why is that?
Because he's dead.
His face. There is no vestige of the handsome lad he once was.
Oh, my son.
I understand. You are dismissed. I am so sorry, my boy. Please forgive your pitiful excuse for a father.
How about for an uncle? It was Gustavo.
I'll find the one who did this to you. I swear it.
It was your brother. Alright. I actually completely forgot about Lord Dragan, which is, honestly, I'm not sure how, because that's kind of what started all this. But now that his father's in the fold, hopefully we can convince him that it was Gustavo who ordered the hit on him, and not have them come after House Wolffort. Alright, let's go to the harbor. Anna's gathering information at Wolffort Harbor, and here's rumors of illicit dealings. Goddamn, it better not be Rudolph. Or Lionel, actually. Is it? No, it's not Lionel, is it?
So there is an illicit salt trade held outside the auspices of the Norzelia Consortium.
In this business, you cannot avoid rumors even if you try. They say sneaking under the Consortium's nose is well worth the risk, but I am not so bold.
And who is behind all this?
I wish I could say.
It better not be Lionel.
I'm not asking you to
Or
tell me
Rudolph.
straight.
How generous of you. It's but a rumor, of course, but they say none other than Minister End in Hyzante is pulling the strings. And some free advice for you, my friend? You'd do well not to get involved.
Like, bitch, I'll poison him.
I'm afraid that will cost a separate fee. Why, thank you.
Wait, they didn't tell us who it was. Alright, let's go to Hyzante. The source. Oh, that's what the town is called. The sweltering heat at the source parches the hearts of men. How is this even a side story? Okay. It's funny because this looks like a frozen wasteland, but it's all salt. It looks like he's carrying an ice cream cone. Oh, you spilled your ice cream, little Rosellan.
On your feet. Water, please. Get back to work. You aren't the only one who's thirsty.
No setbacks, I presume?
None, sir. We are already well ahead of schedule.
Splendid. The ledger, if you would.
Yes, sir.
Ah, that is a ledger. I'm not sure why that was necessary to show me. It's not like there was details on it. It's like, this is a book.
I will hold on to this for now.
That way I can doctor it for my illegal trading.
Water.
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker.
You could just give it some water. No. Murder is more important than a little bit of water.
You must be firm with the Roselle. Show them the slightest mercy, and they'll think they deserve more.
Yeah, like basic human necessities. Oh, he got blood on his ice cream. I meant it was raspberry. Raspberry flavored ice cream. That's what I meant. Alright, Frederica voices her doubts to Sarah Noah.
Sarah Noah, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage.
Okay.
Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Aesfrost, is there any meaning to our union?
Don't we love each other?
My brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolffort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
As do you, as a member of House Wolffort. Your place is with us now.
As my wife.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you are right. What must I do?
Here you are. Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once. You said we received a delivery from Minister Sorsley.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House Ende is a wealthy one, even by Hyzante standards. This would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am.
Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
A missive from Minister Sorsley has arrived.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Ooh, we get to make a decision. Serenoa and the others gather to discuss their response to a certain minister's request.
Yet another problem has arisen, as we anticipated. I would like to ask everyone what they think. Benedict, if you would.
Yes, my lord. We have just received a request from Minister Sorsley. We are to deliver his cargo to Aesfrost.
Cargo?
A load of salt that bypasses the consortium.
He is asking us to be an accomplice to his illegal dealings.
The nerve of him, asking the Honorable House Wolffort to do such a filthy job. No way we'd agree to that.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense after seeing Anna's side story that it was going to be him. And then when they cliffhangered us. So, start a war with Hyzante.
But consider this. Agreeing would secure us proof of his unlawful business.
Are you suggesting we report him to Hyzante?
I am saying it is an option.
You got a point. We have a duty to speak up when something's not right. That's the honorable thing to do.
We might even earn the Holy One's trust.
Have you all forgotten? Minister Sorsley is one of Hyzante's saintly seven. His connections run far deeper than ours. We must tread carefully.
Then we need solid evidence to convict him. I should think the salt he wishes us to transport would suffice. But we are the only ones that know it. And it is indistinguishable from the salt that is legally distributed. Far from the solid evidence we need.
Regrettably so.
One false move and we lose both Minister Sorsley's support and Hyzante's trust. Without proof, we have no choice but to go to Aesfrost.
If only we had evidence of his misdeeds.
It comes as no surprise to see our opinions differ.
but a decision must be made. To report Minister Sorsley's illegal dealings to Hyzante, or become a silent accomplice. Bring the scales. It is time to make our choice.
We managed to survive the battle, but the situation around us grows ever more complex. The decision before us now will greatly sway the course of our future. I must be firm in my convictions. Alright, so we have Roland, Gila, and Hawkette, who are in favor of transporting the salt to the duchy at House Ende's behest. And then we have Benedict, Frederica, and Eridor, who want to travel to Hyzante and report the illegal shipment. Wait, that's... And then Anna, who's undecided. So, I have some thoughts on the matter on this. If the top three, Roland, Gila, and Hawkette, were in favor of transporting it in order to gain evidence against Sorsley, that would be one thing. Benedict, Frederica, and Eridor want to report it, and I do too. I want to screw over Sorsley. No doubt about screwing him over. But I just don't think... I just don't think that they're going to believe me over Sorsley, and it's just going to cause a problem with Hyzante. So I think what we're going to actually do, because this is going to play out in two different ways in my head. If we transport the salt to Aesfrost, we can basically gather evidence on the Aesfrosties who are, doing the illegal trade. We can get evidence on House Ende, on Sorsley. And worst case scenario, what's happening with this illegal salt trade is benefiting the citizens because they're getting it cheaper. Cheaper than they would get it, through legal means. And it's going to help us out in the short term as well. So I'm going to actually go ahead. My decision is we're going to transport the illegal salt. I don't think traveling to Hyzante and reporting them is going to be the best of ideas, just because I just don't think they're going to believe us. So we're going to take the temporary gains off of it, and hopefully it'll lead us to being able to screw over Sorsley in the future. We're going to play the slow burn on this one, and just reap the benefits of it in the meantime.
Lord Sorsley.
Transporting illicit salt or reporting Minister Sorsley. Poor options both. Yeah, I know. Wish we had the option of taking neither path. I'll leave the decision in your hands, Lord Sorsley. We ought to make for Hyzante and report the illegal salt shipment. It may take effort, but they can be swayed. We should transport the salt to the duchy at House Ende's behalf. This one should listen to reason. So even if it says she's undecided, she's fairly decided. So you believe it better to do Minister Sorsley's bidding, might I ask why? Damn, we don't have the locked option. If we know the way to House Ende's illicit operation work, we may figure out a way to get to the upper hand. There's no harm in gaining Minister Sorsley's trust, regardless of what unfolds in the future. Damn, I really wish we had the locked option. Alright, we're gonna go with the top one. I see, it'll be easier to find the cracks in their defenses from the inside, and it may even give us an opportunity to strike.
Yes.
If that's our aim, I think it's well worth the risk. Is there anything else you wish to know? There is. I cannot help wondering if being party to these acts would sully the Wolffort name. That's a good point. I didn't think of it like that. Our house's honor is trivial at best. You needn't pay any mind. Hell no. We are the top dogs. That's why he's coming to us, right? And that's why we're really the only house standing left in Glenbrook. Right now we must do everything in our power to keep our people alive and the house standing. So long as we do, there will be a chance to reclaim our honor.
Perhaps.
Wise words, my lord. We mustn't lose our house nor our people. I see now for whom we would bear this burden. It may very well be worth it after all. Thank you, Lord Sorsley. I see now where you stand. Anna has been moved by my words. Wow.
We must decide.
Minister Sorsley is involved with trafficking of legal salt. It would be in our best interest to expose him before we get further involved. We may not escape entirely unscathed, but it must be done. We should transport the salt to the duchy at House Ende's behest. They will listen at the very least. Well, I appreciate you at least listening to me. I see, so you believe we should follow Mr. Sorsley's orders. Damn, still no locked option on this one either. How did we miss this information? I wonder if this is one of the things where you just really can't do until New Game Plus. Regardless, there's no guarantee we will succeed at exposing Sorsley, and should we fail, we'll make enemies of both House Ende and the Holy State itself. Very true. Regardless of his motives, we owe him a debt, and I'd rather not repay kindness with betrayal. Oh, hell no. Fuck Sorsley. No, we're going with the top option. The odds of appealing to those in power in another nation and succeeding are certainly not in our favor. We have enough enemies as it is. It would be wise for us to not earn ourselves anymore. There's still time, Benedict. I'd like to continue our discussion. Very well, my lord. Is it safe to assume that you think exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes to be reckless course of action? It is. We haven't sufficient information to take action. Very true. Minister Sorsley is no fool. I doubt he would blindly trust us to carry out such an important deal. Also very true. Shaking Hyzante's faith as one of the seven... Shaking Hyzante's faith in one of the saintly seven will be nigh impossible. I can't really say much to that. They could already be suspicious of him. Who knows? But I'm going to go with the second one. Minister Sorsley is no fool. I doubt he would blindly trust us. I cannot deny that. Both Minister Sorsley and his subordinate are cunning men. We can move under the cover of night, although there's always a chance the enemy awaits us in the shadows as well. You have made your position clear, Benedict. I only ask that you keep my words in mind. But of course, my lord, allow me a moment more to make my decision. Nope, tell me right now. Alright, Benedict. Can't even imagine a proud and honorable house like us committing a crime. I am trying to murder like 2 countries, dude. Anyways. We've got to go to Hyzante and report that no good minister. Alright, we should transport the salt though. You're actually considering doing his dirty work. Why? House Ende has given us money and provisions. Would reporting them not be biting the hand that feeds? I don't care about that. Minister Sorsley is no fool. He is no doubt wary of our betrayal. I like how it's the same exact argument, but they dumbed it down significantly for Eredor. Can't deny that. This is a grave crime he's committing after all. That servant of his Booker is also nothing to sneeze at. If we're not careful, it could be our heads on the chopping block. I wish us not to be party to these crimes if we can avoid it, but things are not so simple, I'm afraid.
Consider this.
I'm sure you've thought long and hard about it, but still, just thinking about dirtying our hands like that makes me sick to my stomach. If our accusations fall on deaf ears, we make an enemy out of both House Ende and the Holy State, the risk is far too great. Or, I understand, but we must do this to see House Wolffort survive. Please, Eredor. I ask you to bear this burden with us. No, we're gonna go for the risk is too great type thing. We need evidence, my good sir. That'll leave House Wolffort all on its lonesome. A troubling thought indeed. I understand that. I do. But still, it's just so damn difficult to accept. I need more time to think on it. This won't be an easy decision either way. Eredor is deep in thought. Alright, one more, Frederica, and then we'll make the decision. I don't need to convince the other people of the decision that I want them to already make. Hi, wifey. Excuse me, I was sipping water. We cannot overlook Minister Sorsley's black market dealings. let alone be party to them. I know that it means that even more will have to go without Salt in the duchy, but still. I believe we should go to Hyzante and bring these crimes to light. You know, I also just thought about it. Probably because of freaking this asshole illegally selling salt is why the normal salt costs so much, because supply is down. That's just basic supply and demand. Yeah, we should transport the salt, blah blah. Please, Sarah Noah, I must know why you are opposed to exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes. Right now, House Wolffort stands alone. We are in sore need of House Ende support. Hell no, we're not. There's a time and place for everything, and now is not the time to bring Minister Sorsley to justice. I don't understand. There's no guarantee that a better time will come along. Yeah, but we have like fucking literally nothing right now.
But...
We have a chance right now. We ought to take it. Might we speak a little longer? I admit I am more than curious as to why you would make us an accomplice in Minister Sorsley's illicit dealings. Our relations with Aesfrost are strained enough as is, and I would rather not make any more enemies if we can avoid it. I wish to know Aesfrost's true intentions. We might glean something new if we go there. That's also very true. I was thinking about that before, but that really wasn't a conversation topic up until now. And I still don't have any of the locked options, damn it. I too would like to know what they're scheming. But our destination is in enemy territory and our recipient unknown. I fear there's just too much at stake. Let us return to our own councils, Frederica. I understand your feelings, as I hope you understand mine. Alright. To the scales!
It is time to cast our votes. Do we follow Sorsley's orders and smuggle salt across our borders, or do we take another path? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You make a convincing argument, my lord.
Up, I think we got Benedict on our side. That should make it at least half.
Even still.
And no Frederica. That's why I didn't think I was going to get her. But I just needed one of the three.
I agree.
Up there's two. That's our wild card right there.
Just can't see it your way.
That's fine. You and Frederica can go sit in the corner while we go deliver the salt.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Alright, well, yep, that's what I thought. 5-2.
The way forward is decided. We have no choice but to follow Sorsley's demands and bring the salt to Aesfrost. We have chosen our path. We shall do as Minister Sorsley asks and deliver the salt to Aesfrost.
Now that we have a heading, we need only move forward. Let us make haste.
Indeed. No matter how perilous the road ahead may be, we must not falter.
Anna, begin the preparations.
As you wish.
No good deed is the product of selflessness, and Minister Sorsley's intervention on the Wolffort's behalf is no exception. In exchange for their livelihoods, Serenoa and his entourage must transport Sorsley's illicit salt across their borders. With no pride left to bolster them, they have little choice but to obey. Preparations for the journey are a somber affair.
cart's ready, my lord.
As are the disguises. None will suspect us to be aught but common merchants.
Good. Then let us prepare for our departure.
Just look at what we've been reduced to. Skullduggery and deceit. Whatever honor we had is losing its luster by the day.
Unfortunately, we couldn't just send Lionel out after this. Wait, how? How's there two main story quests? The fuck? Yeah, well, anyways, I think that's a good time to call it for this episode. Sadly, we just can't send Lionel out after and then just have him do the wholesale trade thing, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye!